Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing fabulous on this Monday morning, even though the odds of you guys actually watching this on a Monday morning are extremely slim. And there's a chance some of you are thinking right now, Clancy, pipe it down. What are you doing? Zach is sleeping in the other room. You're being so loud today. And the truth is, Zach is actually not sleeping in the other room. Proof that Zach is not sleeping in the other room. And yes, I still need to make my bed. It is such a habit for me to just sneak out of the bedroom when Zach is still sleeping, obviously, and then he makes the bed later, that when he's not here, I always forget to make the bed, so I have to do that before I leave. And yes, I'm a firm believer in making your bed. It just makes your life better. Also, I woke up with a semi-swollen eye. That sometimes just randomly happens for no reason. It does go down though, so don't worry. By the time I get to work, it's just not there anymore. I don't know, knock on wood, but you guys get to look at that for now, or at least until I cover this up with makeup. But yeah, Zach is in Bozeman, Montana, skiing with family, and he and his dad went, which is perfect because first of all, I've never skied in my life. Also, I'm a firm believer in having some guy time, you know what I mean? You need some guy time and girl time, so it's perfect that he is with his dad and they're with their family, and he's been gone for a full week, which I have not posted about on social media, just safety reasons. I don't know, I don't want to advertise that my big strong boyfriend is not here. But it's so crazy because I went 2 years living alone. Like, it's a normal thing to me, 2 full years. I met Zach, I think a little over a year into living alone, but then obviously we didn't just meet and say, want to move in together? So 2 full years living alone, and yet him being gone is the weirdest thing ever. Being alone is now the weirdest thing ever. Like, I'm just so used to having someone here all the time to just say random things to you. Like, I have to now call someone to tell. Normally I'm just like, what up, Zach? This just happened. So yeah, it's actually so bizarre living alone now. I am definitely ready for him to come home. I'm excited for his return. I actually had a dream last night about him returning, which that's so weird. There are people who are gonna hate me, who are in long distance relationships. They have not seen their significant other in like 4 months, and I'm having dreams about my boyfriend returning after a week. But I really don't know how people in long distance relationships do it. Like, I truly don't. To not see someone for that amount of time, by the way, I'm not shaming it, like, good for you that you can do it. I do not know how. The longest Zach and I have gone without seeing each other is, I don't know, maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks max. And I give everyone so much credit. Let me know, are you in a long distance relationship and how do you do it? And like, I know, like, I'll FaceTime and this and that, but it's just not the same. Like, you need to like touch the person and be like, oh, you're real. But seriously, good for you if you're in a long distance relationship. But yeah, I have no idea what this week has in store for us. Tomorrow, Zach comes home. We have some things in store, some things planned for his return. You will see. For now, I really need to speed up and get ready so that I can get into work and do my job. Wow, things are already looking a lot better. My face was looking rough when I woke up this morning, like rough. Some mornings, man, it just happens. The only good thing about having naturally straight hair is that when you want to straighten it in a hurry, oh, you can make it happen. Ta-da! All right, we are at work. I've already done several hits for the morning. This is one of my scripts, and we're doing a little quick check in the bathroom just to make sure things are in place for when we go on air. As you could tell, my handy dandy boots make it really easy for me to put my mic on. I know I should be wearing heels. I know, it would look better, but listen, we're cold and you can't see the bottom half of my body on air anyway, so we're fine. But today's story is on a Cincinnati City Councilwoman who is going to be resigning and working for Trump.
Councilwoman Amy Murray and the GOP will be holding a press conference this afternoon to, quote, discuss the future.
9 times out of 10, I'm not in studio. Today, it's actually relatively warm. I think it's like 48 degrees. And of course, I'm in studio. This always happens. Oh my gosh, bad timing. But just wanted to give you guys a little update. I don't know what I'm doing. Welcome to my lunch break right now. This is so exciting, guys. I'm editing the very beginning of this vlog. With my work weeks in my life, if I'm not like constantly editing as I go, they become way too overwhelming to edit. Just want to note that editing these is painful. Like, I look like such an idiot when I put on my makeup. I do this weird thing with my mouth. Oh, and that's something I definitely want to stop doing. I know people comment my videos saying like, oh my gosh, you're so critical of yourself and you need to stop. I get it, but what you guys have to understand is that anytime I'm critical of myself in these types of situations, I'm not truly taking it to heart. Like, I don't really care that my mouth looks weird when I do my makeup, but I'll still make fun of myself for it. I don't know, I'm a very self-deprecating person, but it's not in a weird way. It's not like where I go home and cry about it, then it's where I truly don't care about it. That's why I'm talking about it. Don't worry, guys. It's all fun and games. I just like making fun of things. Am I a terrible
Yeah, I'm a trouble human. Okay.
Just got back from work and I just want to frolic and live my life. I deep cleaned my apartment yesterday, guys. Oh my gosh. Like, to you guys, like, it looks the same as normal, right? Like, it doesn't really look that different. But even just something as simple as the fridge is so spotless right now. It is wonderful. Here's a little peek into my fridge. It's not very exciting. And where I get ready and do my makeup, you can actually see that the desk is white. Normally it is orange from all of the makeup. Put my finger here. No dirt. Overall though, today was a very chill Monday. A very rare thing. But tomorrow, we have some fun, exciting things planned, so I'll see you guys then. Well, today has taken a much different turn than I thought it would. I had originally a boxing segment set up, but instead we were at a SWAT standoff. It's been going on since midnight. Right now it's just before 5. I already did a 4:30 a.m. hit.
Police have been here since around midnight. SWAT is now here as well, and if you have to get around this area, I suggest taking a different road because a large portion of Glenway Avenue is shut down. So right now we're in the media staging area right by the Target and Bed Bath & Beyond, but everything is happening just over there on Judero Court. That is where we have confirmed shots were fired. Yes, I am wearing my workout sneakers and everything here just because I didn't know about this when I got into work today, but that's okay. And actually it's starting to rain a little bit, so I'm gonna go in. All right, so it's a lot later, and a little update. The SWAT situation has ended. We do know one person was taken away in an ambulance, but we are not sure that person's condition. Now we are going to be on our way to our next story of the day. We're going to be taping something that'll probably air later in the week, and it is therapy dogs at a local school where basically the therapy dogs help anyone with ADHD or learning disabilities, and it's going to be a really cool story.
She's like really fuzzy, and I really like her. She's like the best therapy dog I ever met.
So it probably looks like no time at all has passed, but that is not the case. We actually just went down to Northern Kentucky, shot a story about therapy dogs, and now we're back here about to be live at noon with this story, with the standoff, the one we've been on all morning long, basically just giving an update. Even though the standoff is over, several investigators remain on scene trying to figure out exactly what happened and why it did. And right now, we're getting a new angle that we haven't been able to get all morning just because the crime tape is down. And you can see just how many placards they are. They represent pieces of evidence that investigators will be looking into, and something even more shocking than that, than seeing how many there are, I'm counting 32 of them, is looking at the actual apartment complex. You can see several windows have bullet holes on them.
Just got back from work and I've never been in more need of a nap in my life. Hence why we were wearing pajamas at 1:45 in the afternoon. We got out a little bit later today and it just feels like I have not stopped moving since I walked into the newsroom at like 3:10, 3:15 this morning and was told SWAT standoff in Westwood. Go there right now. You're live starting at 4:30. We made it, and like I said, the only thing on my mind right now is a nap. So that is what we're going to be doing. And now we are back and cleaner than ever. I just woke up from my nap, also took a shower. But guys, we have a real predicament in our lives right now. I bought all of these ingredients to bake Zach a cake. Not just any cake, a spice cake, which is his favorite kind of cake ever. I mean, we even have the eggs in a little red gel pen to write welcome home. But in the last 2 days, Zach has probably texted me 10 times that he can't wait to come back and eat healthy and get back on his health grind. He hasn't been eating the best. And now I have this giant cake to bake him, and I'm really 50-50 right now of if I should bake it or not, because I don't want to ruin his, whole health plan and whatnot. And I should really listen and be an attentive girlfriend to what he says, to his true needs, not what I think they are. But also, it's his favorite cake. Like, does he want it? I don't know. So that is the predicament of the hour. I'm going to sip some tea and hopefully clarity will come to me. But he comes home in less than 3 hours. I'm so excited. I really am. Look how cute my little bedroom looks. I was just walking past it and I couldn't help myself. Here. This is what we're going to be doing. We are going to be reading Jessica Simpson's new memoir. And you might be thinking, Clancy, you have a Jessica Simpson passion, obsession? No. But I do have a guilty obsession with celebrity memoirs. I could seriously read anyone. Or not even celebrities. I could read a memoir about the person down the street from me. Like, I'm just so obsessed with reading people's lives and lessons they've learned and things they have to say. This one is really freaking interesting. She's not holding back. Everyone, Zach is precisely 45 minutes away from home. I repeat, precisely 45 minutes, actually. Knowing Zach, he's about an hour and 15 minutes away from home, about an hour and 15 minutes away. He cannot estimate time. Like, he always says he's gonna be somewhere a lot earlier than he actually is. Also, I ended up not baking the cake. I just thought it's not what he would truly want. So instead, I'm gonna cook him dinner. So same thing. He recently said he's been liking avocado toast. So I think I'm gonna whip up some avocado toast with an egg and chicken. Dinner is made in our very dark apartment right now. It's just, you know, the mood, the setting, and Zach is home.
Hi, YouTube.
How happy are you to be home?
Thrilled.
Thrilled?
Happy to see you. It was a long week.
Without me being apart from your soulmate?
My soulmate.
Yeah.
My
Why? What was the laugh?
S-O-L-E, mate. I don't even know what that would mean.
That wasn't even funny. That's like a dad joke.
Oh, yeah.
But what was the laugh for?
I just thought it was cute.
Yeah.
Not anything mean.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a cute joke.
Were you happy you ended up not making the cake?
No, I wanted the cake.
Zach!
Yeah, I'm happy. Wanting to eat healthy once I got home, hence look at the very healthy dinner she made, which I appreciate.
He said he got into avocado toast when he was in Montana, so I made him avocado toast on Ezekiel bread, 1 egg, chicken breast, seasoned, everyone. It has seasoning on it. You know, people freak out when I don't season mine. Yeah, okay, judge me. And some little carrots. And mine's chicken, asparagus, carrots, and then I also have a sweet potato over there.
Did you move my briefcase?
Yeah, in the closet.
Nice.
Hoping we can get into that habit, by the way.
Oh, you're hoping?
Yeah.
You're thinking?
Also, in case you're wondering, I also moved your coats that you seem to think belong on our chairs. See, guys, he's back for 5 minutes and we're already fighting. It's crazy. Just kidding.
I like my stuff easily accessible.
No! I one time read a quote that said, if you are ever unsure whether or not to wash your hair, wash your hair. And it was truly made for me. The hair is definitely looking rough this morning, but my little trick is that we are going to curl it. So I have a whole bunch of product in it right now. Don't worry, it's not really that greasy. But it is so nice having Zach home, except I was not used to it last night and I jammed him with my elbow probably 7 times because I'm a diagonal sleeper naturally. Obviously I go to bed before him and whenever he comes in, he has to like move me kind of because I sleep truly diagonally, like on his pillow but then my side of the bed for my body. And I took full advantage of that when he was gone, like total diagonal. And I forgot that he was here last night, so I just jammed my elbow right into his face when I was trying to move positions. And that was probably not fun for him. But for today's story, as long as we don't get called to breaking news like yesterday, we are going to be boxing. And we're just going to cross our fingers that we don't get called to breaking because the only thing worse than canceling on someone is canceling on them twice. Because obviously when I got into work yesterday and got called to that SWAT situation, I had to cancel. Crossing our fingers that nothing crazy is happening in Cincinnati this morning and that we can go and box. I'm devastated. I don't know how this happened. Pray for me. This is what I like to call the reason I will be 10 minutes late to work today. Guys, today's not just any day. It's a boxing day. Boom, I'm here with Danny Calhoun. The really cool thing about Danny is that he actually met his wife here. He's the owner of the Punch House. Tell me about that. You locked it up in 30 days.
Yeah, I mean, she was doing a beauty pageant, getting ready for a beauty pageant, and she hired me as a personal trainer and trained her, and 30 days later, I was on my knees asking her to marry me.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. What the heck? So come and box, guys. You might just meet your significant other.
There's love and then there's tough love. And here at the Punch House, we're a fan of tough love. And if you think I look tough, which let's face it, no one does, you gotta meet Haley.
You're never nervous at all going into the ring?
Honestly, I'm just more like anxious to like get it over with, you know?
Firefighters are still here 4 hours after they were first called out, and the damage is extensive. So this is Edgewater Sports Park. What's behind me, though, is the machine shop. That is what caught on fire. I mean, you can tell this thing is destroyed. Half the roof entirely missing. It caved down on them throughout the process.
Today was a busy one. It is right now 1:15, so I got out a little bit later. I feel like it was just nonstop. I got into work and I was doing the boxing gym live shots all morning. Probably did 7 live shots for the morning show and then I did one for later. And then I got back to the station and technically I was told to go on lunch, but I knew I had a lot of work to do. I'm working ahead on a story and I had to transcribe all of the interviews I did yesterday. It's that therapy dog one. So I just worked through lunch, which because they gave me lunch, it's technically still my lunch. I'm not getting paid for it or anything, but if you want something done well, you have to put in the time. So I worked through lunch, and then the second that my lunch was over, it was like 9:30 in the morning, I got called to breaking news. There was a fire, the one that you saw me at. I did a live shot at noon for the fire, and then another shot that they're gonna air later on in the 4 o'clock show. It was definitely a busy day, and it was pretty far away, so that's why I got out late, because I still had to come back to the station and put stuff together for the later show. We made it into the morning shows, the noon show, and the later shows, which is actually pretty typical. Just because you're the morning reporter doesn't mean you're only in the morning shows. No, you're constantly putting stuff together for later.
But the really bad thing about getting out late is that I'm gonna call my mom right now, and I bet she's not gonna be at her office. Every single day I call my mother, and when I call her too late, like right now, she's usually out walking around at lunch. So let's see.
Hello, this is Kathy Burke. I will be on vacation until Monday, January 27th.
Ooh, gotta tell her to update that. Gotta tell her. Oh, one thing, whenever you show up to breaking news scenes, you never know how bad it's going to be. I mean, you're given such little information, pretty much, that we just get from the police scanners, and you show up not knowing anything. Are there deaths? Are there injuries? Are people in danger right now? But when it comes to fires, I can always tell, or almost always tell, how bad it is just based on the firefighters' expressions and their demeanor. So for this one, I showed up and the firefighters were immediately very calm, and a few of them actually came up to me because they recognized me from my morning segments at the boxing studio, and they were like, "Are you that girl who was boxing this morning?" And I immediately knew, okay, there were no injuries or deaths. However, I've gone to fires where the facial expressions of the firefighters, you arrive and you know. So just a random fact, random news reporter fact.
As much as I would love to tell you that today I filmed and the clips just got deleted, that's actually not the case. I filmed a clip, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm realizing now when sifting through the footage that doesn't exist, I forgot to hit the record button. But that's okay, because instead of showing you my day today, I wanted to answer a common question that I get from pretty much everyone, especially on my morning routine and my night routine. It is the simple question of why? Why do I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and go into work when most people are fast asleep? Why did I choose this lifestyle? And another big one, do I have plans on advancing in my career and one day not living this lifestyle and, moving up? And it's a really tricky question. So first of all, I willingly do this. I chose this shift. When I was leaving my last station in Dayton, I had one requirement, and it's that I wanted to be a morning reporter. And what you have to understand is that in the news industry, the morning shift is a completely different job than the dayside shift or the nightside shift even. It's two different worlds. I mean, on the morning show, you see me doing weird things like boxing and being with animals and just going to random different places and having fun. And then you also see me doing a lot of breaking news where I'm live at these scenes, whether it's a fire, a shooting, a standoff. I'm in court a lot. Like, I do it all on the morning shift, right? On dayside, you're never gonna get that fun stuff. I mean, once every, 30 stories, it's not the same. You don't have the same live factor because you're not live all the time on the evening news. It's just not the same. So this is a full-on choice for me. And I am 100% honest when I say I don't have a goal. I don't know what the next step is. I don't know what I eventually want to do in 10 years, 20 years. Like, truly, I have no idea. But I love what I'm doing now. I can't imagine doing anything else. Today, ironically enough, that I'm bringing this up, I was not on air at all. This has never happened. The reason was, at first I had to stay in to write because I needed to write a story for next week that I've not been given the opportunity to write just because I've been thrown in so much breaking lately. But then also for the noon, there were no shooters. There were no photographers for me to go with to be in the noon. We were shorthanded today, which also never happened. There's always usually someone. So it was a very weird day, and not being on air felt weird. I was I don't like this at all. And that's why I just can't imagine a typical desk job. In my head, I dream of working 9 to 5 for the sense of having a normal life, for the sense of having a normal Friday and Saturday night where I'm not peeling my eyes open to stay awake. Even during the week, I feel like I'm just constantly tired. That is my natural state. I'm used to it by now. But what a typical 9 to 5 usually entails, I don't know, sitting in front of a computer all day, I can't do that. Really, today I was at my computer for most of the day, 95% of the day, and it was difficult. My head, actually, it's so weird, as soon as I said the word difficult, my head just throbbed. It's on cue, I don't know. Anyway, and I've gotten so into the rhythm and routine of this whole morning shift that sleeping in until 7 or 8 a.m., that's truly sleeping in. I would feel so far behind in my day, and that happens to me on the weekends. When I sleep in, because yes, I will sleep in on the weekends, even sleeping in until 8:30, I'm oh my gosh, my day's gone. And I know it's not, but yeah, I love the productivity you feel when you get up early, when you are 10 steps ahead of everyone else. And the truth is, we all do have 24 hours in a day, so it's a false sense of productivity in a way, but I know for me, once I'm already up and at 'em and going, and it's only 4, 5, 6 in the morning, I'm let's just keep it going, and I keep going. Whereas when I sleep in, even though I might have the same amount of hours, or I really could do a whole bunch of stuff, it's not the same. I don't have the same motivation, and that's just me. That's because I am a morning person. person by nature, and I always have been. Ask me to do stuff at night, you know, like 10, 11, am I gonna be productive? The answer is no. Even in college, I didn't do schoolwork past like 7 normally. That was the latest. I always got it done way early in the day. Usually had morning classes. I had one night class that was at 6:30 to 9, and hated it. So yeah, that is all to say that yes, this is a very bizarre choice, but I would not have it any other way. After a long, hard day at work, Zach comes home to watch his favorite show in the world. Are you guys ready for it? The Bachelor. And not even I watch The Bachelor. Tell me, what is it that draws you to the show?
Trying to find true love one day.
What? One day?
One day. I just hope it's out there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait, I found it.
You're so invested in Peter's journey.
Because I want to find my own journey.
You haven't found it?
No, I didn't.
That's
Look.
a problem.
Mwah.
But yeah, this is what Tech does when he comes home from work.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
I'm busy.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. For the record, guys, I don't watch The Bachelor. This is like a true role reversal. Nothing wrong if you're a guy who watches The Bachelor, but definitely,
Call me up. We could have watch parties.
Oh yeah, you want to have viewing parties? That's actually
Yeah,
what people
me and
do.
the guys.
You and the boys. I've heard of guys whose girlfriends make them watch, but this is a true choice. He actually gave me an explanation. Tell them why you like Pilot Pete.
Pete is just a nice guy, trying to find love, like anyone else. He's had his heart broken before. By Hannah B.
He's obsessed. You're obsessed with that. That's his new trick. He's obsessed with going like about everything. Do you remember when I said I loved my job? Well, I take back everything I said, and you are about to find out why. All right, here we go. This is why life is rough right now. And I already know so many of you are thinking, oh my gosh, 16 degrees where I live, it's, you know, negative 50. But there's a big difference between negative 50 and working inside and 16 degrees and working outside all day. So, okay, this is me being bitter. This is my sass coming out. I don't want to be one of those people who's like, oh, like you're not allowed to like complain. But if you're working inside, it's just walking to your car. That's not that big of a deal. For me, my job is to be out in this all day. I am scared for the rest of the morning. Like so far, what time is it? It's 6:15. I've done a couple of live hits, and it's just gonna be a long day out in the cold. Life of a TV news reporter. And we're actually at a crazy situation. This is a school where every single time the river floods, the whole parking lot does.
Hey Sheila, well it's a good thing classes are canceled because unless the students have canoes, they're not getting around here. Right now we're in the parking lot, which is entirely flooded. Where I'm standing right now is where we first pulled up this morning. You can see though how much water has come closer to the school in that amount of time, and it is just continuing to get worse and worse. This is why classes are canceled, but they're no stranger to this. You can see over here, this is the building. It sits 19 feet in the air.
Hello, my friends. It is actually much later in the day, and really, I'm just closing out the vlog here. I have too much footage as usual. I don't know what to do. These work weeks in my life, though, there's so much going on, and there's so much that I don't record. Like, I don't record when I go to the gym at night, or like, I don't go every night, but normally I try to go 4 times a week. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for sticking around if you made it this far. Love you guys so much, and I will talk to you